Hey, what's going on everybody? It's Joel here with as many reviews as possible, and today we're taking a look at the Strike-Mvmnt intervals. Alright, so if you've seen any of my other videos on Strike-Mvmnt shoes, then you'll know that this brand is one of my favorite brands to wear. They make some of the best looking and best performing shoes that you could possibly get out there. And now here are the Interval 3s, which are currently some of my favorite shoes to wear for just about anything, whether it's the gym or if it's just the chill. I say that because if you take a look at the shoe, it doesn't really look like a training shoe, and that's what I really like about Strike-Mvmnt shoes. They have a really understated design, and you can get away with wearing these shoes pretty much anywhere. This colorway is the dirty white colorway, which is an off-white, and it looks really nice when the shoe is clean, but I think they call it dirty white because this colorway is a magnet for dirt. The part that would normally be mesh in the normal intervals in the dirty white colorway is a nylon ripstop. There's also a chill pill that's completely nylon ripstop. Otherwise, the upper is more of just a normal fabric. It's got a plush touch to it, and it is extremely flexible. These shoes are very flexible. They move with your feet very well. Though you can't really tell, the rear area of the shoe has a heel counter. There's a lot more structure in this area than the rest of the upper. Another thing that is an upgrade to the Interval 3 is that the ankle collar has a lot more structure as well, and the tongue is a little bit more padded than on the original intervals. Also, like all Strike-Mvmnt shoes, you do get the pleasure pocket, which is this little pocket on the tongue in which you can tuck the laces into. Another upgrade to the interval is the new sock liner, which is an anatomical sock liner. It has a little bit more cushioning than the original intervals did, and it is just more comfortable overall. It doesn't breathe as well because the perforations aren't as big, but I had no problems wearing these shoes without socks. It was actually very comfortable, although when your feet get sweaty and you try to pull out your feet, it will take the sock liner with it. The outsole of the interval has not changed at all. It's still very wide and flat. The forefoot is designed in a way that is supposed to expand with your foot when you make contact with the ground. Another thing is that you also have these pods that increase traction for any surface that you might come across in the intervals while training or running. Since these are a minimalist training / running shoe, the drop is 3.9 millimeters, which falls in line with pretty much all of the training shoes out there. Also, these shoes weigh in at a feather light 7.8 ounces for a men's 9.5. When it comes to sizing your intervals, I feel like these shoes run true to size, so go ahead and size them just as you would your normal running shoe size. I wear a size 9.5 in my Strike-Mvmnt shoes, and that goes for the chill pills as well. My nano size is a 10, my Metcon size is a 9.5. The intervals fit a little bit more on the wider side and are even more wide than the chill pills, and don't have anything in the way of arch support inside the shoe. They are a neutral, flat running shoe. For performance, once again, the intervals are some of the best all-around training / running shoes. You can use these for lifting, though there are better options out there, including the chill pill transits. If you want to go heavy, I'd still recommend those shoes, but for pretty much any kind of weight that you're going to find in a WOD, the intervals are going to be just fine. The midsole is still very minimal. It does compress a little bit, but it doesn't really compress to the point where you'd feel like these shoes are unstable. Since the intervals are so flexible and lightweight, they are some of the best WOD shoes. Doing any kind of plyometric movements, burpees, box jump rebounding, double unders, and especially running in the intervals is excellent. You can do just about any kind of running in the intervals, including distance running. Though the midsole is on the minimal side with a low stack height, it offers plenty good cushioning and energy return, and still is plenty stable. The platform of the intervals does promote a forefoot strike, and these shoes will reward you with proper running technique. Now, just about the only thing that I don't really like about the intervals is that there are better options for lifting shoes out there, namely the chill pills with the cross-platform outsole. This is one of the best outsoles and midsole combinations in the training shoe game, bar none, and I wish they would include it on the interval. But like I said, the interval is plenty fine for most of the weights that you're going to find in a WOD. I wouldn't go for any 1 rep maxes in these shoes though. The intervals retail for $120, which falls in line with pretty much all of the other training shoes on the market, which I think puts Strike-Mvmnt at a disadvantage because they're such a small name compared to some of the bigger companies that people are going to overlook the chill pills, they're going to overlook the intervals. But if you want something a little bit different, the chill pills, the intervals are excellent training / running shoes. If you wanted something a little bit more geared towards WODs and running, then I would go with the intervals. If you wanted something a little bit more towards WODing and training, then I would go with the chill pills. But either way you go, they're both excellent shoes and they're definitely worth a look. If you guys have any questions about the Strike-Mvmnt intervals, feel free to leave them in the comment section. And as always guys, please hit that like button, subscribe, and thanks for watching.